Hey everyone, and welcome to another Spectrum video. And we're going to have a look at another early Spectrum game, Ad Astra, published by Gargoyle Games in mid-1984. And I have played this back in the day, and I remember I quite enjoyed the visuals. Looked quite nice, but it was pretty hard, so I really never got anywhere in it. And it's a space shooter with clear inspiration from Star Wars. And it was not only published by Gargoyle Games, they also developed it. And on the development side of things, the company pretty much consisted of Roy Carter and Greg Follis. And I believe Roy was responsible for doing the coding, whereas Greg did the graphics. And I don't think they released more than maybe around 10 games, but most of them were very well received by both critics and gamers. And I think Ad Astra is actually the first game they ever released. And the second one being Tir Na Nog, or however you pronounce that was released in late 84, early 85. And initially they focused on adventure games, but they also made a couple of action games under the Faster Than Light label. And Gargoyle Game was responsible for a couple of classics on the Spectrum like Tir Na Nog, Dundarash, Heavy on the Magic, and Light Force, which I think was one of my favorite specky shooters back in the day. And often their games were very technically impressive. They often managed to cram a lot of stuff into the specky's 48K memory. Or well, really, it's less than 48K. And they also often had very, very nice visuals. So let's head off to the stars, shall we? Ah yes, good old specky beeper music. Well, maybe it's not really music, is it? But yeah, here we are at the loading screen and also the title screen of the game. And we get this kind of cool animation. The gargoyle is opening his mouth. I remember that. That's pretty cool, I thought. And I don't really remember when I got this game. I think it was kind of late, but I still liked it. It looked pretty cool, but I remember it being, pretty hard. I don't think I got very far. I think I usually loaded it up, played it for a couple of minutes and went, and then just gave up. To the stars. So here we have our pretty large ship that looks like someone stepped on a Star Destroyer or something like that. And we got balls. Well, maybe it's asteroids, I don't know. But yeah, and we've got something that looks like TIE fighters and also Star Destroyers that are coming after us. And let me just say one thing about the size of the ship. It makes it pretty damn difficult getting out of the way of certain tiny projectiles. Some of the projectiles are indeed wide, so they will just kind of vanish against the background a bit. So it's really, and everything is moving so damn fast, including your ship, which is of course the size of a small country. So that makes it pretty hard to avoid stuff like such as bullets, and there's quite a few bullets. You really need to shoot these ships, shoot them down pretty quickly, otherwise you're going to get annihilated by projectiles. Damn it. Yeah, this is kind of going better than I remember it going. And my memories of this game is kind of this screen. I don't think I got much further than this. Oh, no. Oh, you absolute bastard. And of course, we always restart. I think there are checkpoints, and even the manual mentions passwords. Once you reach a certain, reach a checkpoint, I suppose. But I never, ever did that back in the day. So, let's see if we can do it now, maybe. Oh, there's more balls. I think it means that we've reached the next stage. And still TIE fighters. But now we got wobbly-looking Tetris blocks. Don't remember... What? I don't remember these at all. I don't think I got it back in the day. Wow. That is kind of sad. But let's see if we can destroy the evil wobbly Tetris blocks without hitting stuff. It's really kind of unclear as well where the ships are, how you're supposed to avoid them, because, it really is a little bit weird, the perspective and everything. But it, for 1984, I suppose, this looked pretty cool. And even a couple of years after that, I was pretty impressed by the size of this main sprite and how it animates. Or, you know, the perspective changes. But it's still a bit tricky dodging stuff given the size of my ship. And they say size doesn't matter. I would have to disagree. Oh, damn, that was close. It's also pretty hard to, oh, look at this, to control. The controls are quite sensitive. And we got more Tetris blocks. And we are quickly being cornered. Yeah, I'm sure I never got that far. That was nice on my first attempt. 2 minutes and 53 seconds. I don't know if the timer is reset when you die or however that works. Let's find out. And I think the best tactic is kind of to go around like this, you know, just go in a circle a bit and try and not remain in the same spot for too long because that's very bad. Okay. It doesn't seem like the timer is reset. So, okay, now we know that. Oh, yeah, it's so hard ending up in the wrong place at the wrong time. Eating a pixel. The aiming is also pretty weird. Oh, damn those TIE fighters. I really, really despise them with a fiery passion. Oh, man. It just feels random sometimes if you die or not. Oh, yeah. Did I mention how much I despise the TIE fighters? Or should I call them wannabe TIE fighters, maybe? And these Astro balls are kind of homing in on you a bit. Bunch of bastards. Oh, I got the TIE fighter. They always come out of nowhere, little bastards. Oh, what am I supposed to do there? The game certainly has some addictive qualities, I must admit. It's just something satisfying about what got me there. Yeah, there's something satisfying about it, I must say. Even though you feel like, you know, chucking your spectrum out the window. Oh! Oh, the pain. Maybe staying closer to the center of the screen is a good idea. Because you seem to hit stuff a little bit easier then, for whatever reason. But the projectiles, or the laser blast, or whatever they are quite hard to kind of figure out where they're going as you move about. Okay, this is going a little bit better now. Oh, and then I moved too far to the left. Really hard to position the ship. I wish you had more time to spot the TIE fighters, because they just appear out of flipping nowhere. And what got me there? And I think it's the timer that decides when you switch stages here. So if you can just survive, you can actually, oh god, make some progress maybe. Pain. Oh, I don't know how to survive that, but I did somehow. Here we are with the funky looking something. And how am I supposed to eat these things? And what the, I barely touched the controller there and it just goes flying. Okay, so how the frick am I supposed to hit these annoying things? What? But at least we got a new record, I think. 2 minutes and 53 seconds. That's not a very long time, I know. But it feels like eternity in this game. Okay, I think I'm starting to get into my strategy here. Hanging around the middle, but that's not going to work forever. And of course, they just gang up on me. And if you make one mistake, you're going to get cornered and blown into pixels. Oh, do you want to make a prediction on what enemy gets me the most? My bet is on the TIE fighter. Oh, somehow survived that, but not that. It's just... it feels random sometimes. A bunch of wild Tetris blocks appears. Man, I don't like these Tetris blocks. I have no love for them whatsoever. Take that, you filthy TIE fighter. Oh, okay. Again, I moved too far to the right. I don't know why, but I just find it so hard positioning the ship. It's so flipping fast. And I thought I got the TIE Fighter. Of course I didn't. Oh yeah, this is hard as balls, but there's something compelling about it. It's actually quite still fun to play today, which is kind of confusing me. Oh, and then he changes direction like a little prick. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I've never felt so long. And, oh, I wish they could have slowed down the TIE Fighters just a tiny bit so you could actually somehow predict where they're going. I think I may have developed TIE Fighter phobia. The moment I see a TIE Fighter, I just start screaming and running around in circles. Oh, that was nice. That was satisfying. Would you give up? Okay, this is going way too good here. Spaceball time again. Can we just maybe... Oh yeah, this is... Hit detection seems a little bit off there. How am I supposed to hit these filthy Tetris wannabes? And again, I can't see the bloody space mines or whatever it is that is getting me. You got smoke coming out of your bum. And again, the stick is so sensitive. I just move way too far to the right without wanting to. Yeah, at least we're going to end on a high note. 3 minutes and 8 seconds. I bet that is more than double what I managed back in the day. And oddly enough, this game is quite fun to play even today, in short bursts, of course, for obvious reasons. But yeah, I'm a bit surprised, I must admit. So let's head over to the review section and see what some other people thought about this back in the day. Crusher wanted the game an overall of 80%, and they wrote, addictive, attractive graphics, and very playable. And on the more in-depth section they wrote, exceptionally addictive at first, but after a couple of hours play, this wears off. And they also rave on about the graphics, of course, which I think at the time was quite impressive. And they might probably have been right about the addictiveness wearing off. Playing this too much and you probably get a little bit too frustrated, but in short bursts, yeah, it's pretty enjoyable. And it's kind of interesting that I got much further today than back in the day. Your computer had this habit of having really short and pretty lackluster game reviews, and the one for Ad Astra is no exception. It's really short, but they did give the game 3 stars, and they wrote, this game looks better than it actually is. The graphics are very good, but the scenario is an old one. Hey, already in '84 this was old? Really? Blow up the alien hordes and survive the asteroids. At least the game is in perspective, and this raises it above the standard shoot-'em-up fare. Yeah, that was a pretty short review, but yeah, I suppose they do make pretty good use of that tiny space, and they do raise some good points. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quick look at Ad Astra, and as always, thanks for watching, and hope to catch you next time. Cheers!